Welcome to this class. Remember I told you we could do a lot of things with CSS. So let's just try experimenting with some more things. We've been learning CSS since, and we've been doing some cool stuff to our HTML documents. If you could remember how the document was before we started adding styles to it, let's even try and do a recap, a before and after. So what I'll do, I'll just copy all this, then I'll cut it, then save. This was how our document was before we started using CSS for it. If you can remember, this was exactly how it was before we added those styles to it. It was just nothing. So now let me paste back those styles I just cut and save, and here we are. So this is what we've been able to achieve with CSS. So you can begin to imagine how cool CSS actually is. So now I want to, we could actually make this image, we could edit this image there to have a rounded feel. Let's try doing something like that and see what we have. We have the image tag. We have the image tag somewhere. So we could now see this border, there's something like border radius, and we could use percent. Let's say 70%, and see what it gives us. And you see, this is what the 70% gives us. And you can go a lot more. You can go as much as 50%. I know it to be a little bit squished if we go 50%, but let's just see how it goes and let's see what it gives us. This is 50%. Okay, it's not as squished as I imagined anyway. So this is 50%. I think we'll just leave it at this. We can equally reduce the size, the width and the height as well. We could make it smaller. So we could say we could make the height, let's say let the height be, we could even use percentage. Let it be 40% of its document, and the width will be auto. So let's see what this happens, what this does. So okay, I guess this is 40%. Let's reduce it. Let's say we want it to be 30%. And if you notice, there's been some level of reduction. But if you want to see something drastic, you could use pixels. So let's say we want to reduce the height to 100 pixels. 100 will be too small. Let's say 200 pixels. Let's see. And the width will be auto. Okay, something like this. And I think this is even fair and okay. So what I'll just do, maybe tuck it in a little bit. Okay, let's just leave it at this. I'll tuck it in a little bit. So we could give it a margin left of, let's say, 40 pixels, and see what happens. Yes, so we tucked it in a little bit, and this is what we have. And if we want both the image and this to come together a little bit, we could reduce the size it occupies. So we could just go as much as um, both the image and the both inside is basic info and the table. So we could just go to basic info. Where is our basic info? Margin bottom 100 pixel. Okay, that's way too much. That's why there is that space in between. Let's make it 50 pixel. 50 pixel makes more sense. Makes a lot of sense. 50 pixel. So let's say we want to make this to come closer a little bit. We could just go and give it a width of let's say 600 pixel. 600 pixel and see. Yes, it's a lot closer now. It's a lot closer now. And this table, I want it to, I think the table is too high. What do you think? I think it's too high. I think we should make it come down a little bit. So back to our code editor. So we are going to the table, and I noticed something in the HTML document with the age, or is it? I think there wasn't too much space somewhere. Let me see. Let me see. What was that? The age, yes, the age. The age and okay. Without this space, I just can't tell what's happening there. Let's not just waste our time with it. I don't know what, but I feel there is just a space between the age and the that is not supposed to be there. We'll deal with that later. So I was saying this. I wanted the table to table width 50%. I wanted the table height. I think let's just make the table height 50 pixel and see if that fills everything. Okay, that about solves it, but I don't know, where did I touch here? Okay, I'm coming. Where did I touch this? Oh, when I resized this basic was also part of it. It is part of this this class. So the way to solve this issue is to take it out of the class. So in our code editor, if you remember, we made this lead is part of this basic info class, and as we edited it, it now affected it. So we could just take it out of this if we wanted to still carry the style it has, and just put it outside. Then we'll see it has returned back to its normal self. That was okay. That was that. About that, then one more thing. I said we're going to style this, so let's just quickly jump into it. So let's quickly jump into styling our form. Let's quickly jump into styling our form. So we'll get the form, we'll pick it up here, we'll target it since it's a class. Like you can see, we named it a class, so we could just pick it up here and start styling it. So we'll go form, the class form, and what do we do to it? We want the width of our form to be 600 pixel, and we want the margin, to be okay, let me explain what I'm trying to do here. We've reduced it to 600 pixels, so it's confined to this place. This is the 600 pixel, but I want it in the middle. So what I need to do is create an equal margin for the left and right as well. That's what I'm trying to do now. So we'll say margin top 0. We don't want anything at the top. Margin left and right, so say auto. That's all. That does it. And if you go check it now, it is now auto. It's now in the middle. If you notice also, there's this space between everything, and if you notice what we're using to do, I've been using the word if you notice too much. What we're using to do it is we added multiple break tags, and this is very wrong since we can actually achieve all of this with CSS. So let's just remove all the break tags we added, all of them, we're removing all of them. So now what will happen to our document? It seems we just broke it, but no, we didn't break it. There's something we could do to make it excellent back again. So what do? Back in our CSS, we are going to do something that I've not taught you before. So you could see, we could just go inside of our form, dot form. You could target the inputs, and you use this square bracket and target the type of inputs. And just like we do in HTML, you target the type. So we have inputs of which type here? We have type of text, type of email, and we equally have a text box here, and even type of submit, but we won't be doing this yet. So let's just target type of text, type of email, and this text area here. So what we'll do is just type of text. I'll just copy this. I'll put a comma, and I'll just paste it back again. Type of text, we have type of email, then I'll put a comma, and I think the next thing was a text area. This is what we want to style together. To be sure, let me check again. Type of text, email, then text area. Good. This is what we want to style. So what we'll do is we'll put a display. Remember I told you we'll put a display block. Remember I told you something about HTML elements, some of them being inline and being block. Yes, we can even our form document, our inputs are actually inline. That's why they were all inline. Let me just remove this display block. I'm just going to cut it and save it, so that I'll just give this brief explanation. They are all inline. That's why you see all of them arranging themselves inline. But now when we change it to display block, like I just did, and save, when we open our document, what we see is everything now is in a block format. It's now displaying block, basically. So what else I want to do is I want to, in the code, I want them to also have a padding, because I want it to be a little big, of 10 pixel, and we see what that does in a minute. They are now a little bit bigger. I want them to have a margin top and bottom, because I need a little bit of, margin bottom, I need a little bit of space between them of, let's say, 10 pixel. So I'll put margin bottom of 10 pixel should be enough. then okay, margin bottom. Let's just let's just make it margin bottom, then margin left as well. So we'll just use margin only. Sorry, I want left and right. I just margin top, we don't want anything top, so it's 0. Margin right, 0. Margin bottom, we want 10 pixel. Then margin left, sorry, we equally want 10 pixel. So let's see how it appears. Okay, it's a little bit, yeah, this is almost what I want, or exactly what I want. So 10 pixel here. Well, let's make it 20 pixel left, so that it will have enough space. 20 pixel left would be okay. 20 pixel left would be okay. And I think, yes, this is better. Beginning now. So, and it's now taking shape. It's now taking shape. But I want our label as well to have this same 20 pixel, and I want them to display block as well instead of inline. So we'll just go back and target the label. If you notice, label is actually, it's a tag. We'll target all of them at once by using the label tag. Although I remember I said we shouldn't do that, but in cases like this we can actually target a tag and edit it. So label, am I spelling it well? Label, okay, sorry, label. Okay, then we want it to have a 20 pixel margin left of 20 pixel. We want it to have a display block. Let's see what happens. So this is basically how it is coming, and I think I'm really liking what I'm seeing. So what if we add a background to this? I think it will make sense if we add a background to this. Okay, let's try adding a background to our form, to our entire form. I would, this is, remember we are selecting the form here, the form class we added here. So if we're going to add a background to this form class, it will come plus the contact me. Let me show you what I'm saying. This contact me will now be part of the background. Let me show you what I'm saying. So let's say we come here and we say we wanted to add a background image, and we'll now put URL, and we'll now -- images. I think I already made the form page there. So as you're seeing, it's covering plus here, and I don't want that to happen. Then plus it's not even looking, I think we should change the form size, the background size also, so that it will display the way we want it. Background size of contain, so let it display properly. So it's looking nice already, but if you notice, there is this, I don't want this contact me inside of the image. I want just the form area itself. So to do this, we'll have to target the form itself, not the tag, not the class, but the tag form itself. That's what I'm trying to explain. So now, but in a case where you have more than one form in a page, you might not be able to do this, but since we have only one form, we could I'll just copy this and target the tag form. Please don't let this confuse you. You can equally ask in case you're confused. What I'm just doing is, I'm not targeting the class, I'm targeting the tag itself. So when we do this, you see the contact is out of it. It's just the form itself that is having the image as its background. So this is actually coming real nice. I want this legend to be on top of this form image. So what I'll just do is target the what's the name the legend. Or another way to do it is we could target this field set and put the image inside, instead of so that we'll not confuse ourselves. So instead of form, we could just target the field set. Sorry, that will make a lot more sense. Field set and put the image inside. Let's see how that works. A lot more better. It still gives you the same effect, because it just wraps around it, and that extra spacing between that we had here, instead of using margin and all, it just helps us solve that problem. So this is what we have so far. So now I would want to style this button and this send an email as well. So let's see how we style that. What is that? Send an email. It's a legend, so we could just pick it as well. Hope I'm not talking too fast and rushing this thing. So we could just pick the legend, since it's a tag on its own, and we could style it as well. We could put a padding of 5 pixels, and we'll put a background color of, let's say, white. I think white will be okay. And let's just be seeing it as we're doing it, so that it will not just be we're just doing okay. But if you notice, send an email has disappeared. So let's put a color to it so that it will come. Let's put a color that will make it visible. So we'll put a text color of I want something a little bit dark, but I don't want black, so we'll just do 4545. Let's see. Okay, send an email. It's too it's too faint. Let's put something like 333. That's maybe darker. Okay, stands out. 323 stands out. So we have this, and if you notice, this and this, they are not equal. I want them to be equal. So how do we do that? We go back to where we targeted all our inputs, and we could just put a width to them and say they should carry 50% of whatever they are containing, their container, which is this, and this is what we get. So they are now taking 50% of this, and I think this, okay, I like the way it's coming out. I don't know about you. If you think there's something we should add, we would add it. So we have this, I think we should try and create some space between the contact me and that. So let's do that. So our field sets, our form, let's create let's just put a margin top. There is a way we could have done it here, but let's just put a margin top of 20 pixels. It just does the same thing, but it's like we're repeating ourselves. But there's a way to equally use this. So we could just put a margin top of 20 here, then margin bottom of 20. Let's top 20, bottom 20, then we'll just eliminate this and see what happens. So we've broken it. Okay, margin top of 20 pixel, then left right auto. Yes. Okay, I think this does it well. Then I want between the field set and the contact me, I want some margin. So I'll just go to field set here. Then I put a margin top of, let's say, 10 pixel. I think that does it. So there's that space also. So what is remaining is for us to style this button. I think I'm liking the whole way our form is coming, and I think between this and this there is too much space. There is no space, sorry, there's no space between this. So we could just style and give it a margin bottom of something, the legend. So we can say legend, we can give it a margin bottom of, let's say, 10 pixel. Let's see what 10 pixel does. I don't know if it will be enough. Oh, but 10 pixel, it does a good job. So basically that's it. So we're left with styling this. So how do we go about it? We target that specific input as well. We target the input, and what do? We say input. Remember how we did the rest? We could as well directly target it and say, like we did initially, of form, then input, but let's just do it this way. Then we're targeting type of equal to, we're targeting type of submit, because it's a submit input, if you notice. Yes, so this is it. This is what we're targeting, submit, which says send email, which is basically this one. So what do we do about it? We just want to make it look good. We'll give it a margin left of 20 pixel, just like the rest, then margin bottom of 20 pixel as well. So margin, we'll give it margin top of, let's leave the margin top, so we'll just give it margin top of 0, right 0, bottom of 20 pixel, and left of 20 pixel as well. So 20 pixel. So what does this do? Let's see it. And yes, it has come up the way we want it. So we want it to be a little big inside. So to do that, we'll just give it a padding of 10 pixel round, 10 pixel, and you can see it is the way we want it. We could want to give it a background color or put a background image, but I'm okay with this. I think I'm okay with this. And this is how you could style a form. In case you have any question as regarding this, you can equally ask. There are so many things we could equally do to this our form, but this is just what I just want us to do for now. There are so many. If you have any suggestion of something we could do to make it look better, you can equally just tell me, and I would implement it. But this is that about this. Remember, what we did in this course was just small, resize it and created a border, resize the image with CSS instead of using our HTML. And the table, we can still add a margin top, or to try to bring it down a little bit if we want to. And our document is starting to look good, if you would ask me. So if you enjoy the class, we can always thank you for staying, for watching till this point. And if you have any questions, like I've repeated myself, please ask. I've been talking so much. Let me just end it here.